standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. So let us dance this night away.
I think I forgot my underwear in his car last week. What if his dad finds them?
Damn, maybe you should ask him to get them back. Or wait, isn't his dad the headmaster at school?
Oh my god.
I'm the cool kid from the block, yeah. I'm the one calling all the shots. Whether you're ready or not, I'm but too plenty drop.
Hey everyone, happy Sunday. Welcome along. Another Formula 1 race coming up this weekend. We've really been spoiled with these with this triple header, 3 in a row. Really looking forward to this one though. Of course we had Daniel Ricciardo winning last year. And I would love to see that happen again. I don't think it's going to happen somehow. But you know, Lando Norris is there or thereabouts as well. A lot of course, yes, we had Hamilton versus Verstappen coming together last year at the Italian Grand Prix. I'd forgotten about that. A lot of cars have taken penalties this weekend, and as a result, we have Hamilton starting towards the back. We also have Carlos Sainz starting towards the back, and the Ferraris looked very strong actually in qualifying for this race. So I think a good race needs to be on the cards for them. They absolutely, look, it's their home race. They absolutely need to do something here. It's very important for them. But what they can do, it remains to be seen. So with that, my predictions for this race, I'm going to say Leclerc to win the race. Okay. Now, I know the bookies have Verstappen as the favourite to win this, and I can see why they have Verstappen as the favourite because he's just been unstoppable recently. It's quite a fast circuit. He can certainly make it back, but I would like to think that Ferrari, for this one race, this one weekend, they can get it together enough. Leclerc, he knows the pressure that he's under, he knows the tifosi, he knows all of this, so he really has to pull out a big performance today. So hopefully for Ferrari, they can pull away just enough that Max Verstappen doesn't come into play. At second place for Max Verstappen absolutely could happen. But if Ferrari can't do it today, they can't do it at all. That's kind of the way I view this at the moment. So it's a really critical one here for the Ferrari team, and they absolutely have to do it. So for that basis, I'm predicting Leclerc to win the race. There's a good chance that Verstappen can do something, but you never know. He needs to get through that first corner as well. My wish for today's race win is Daniel Ricciardo, of course. I'd like to see him double down on winning the Italian Grand Prix. He won it last year, and of course he's under big pressure, and as it stands at the moment, I don't see him getting a race seat next year, so he needs a very big performance. And then my dark horse for today, I was initially going to go with George Russell as the dark horse for today, but he is starting in second, so I feel like it's somewhat disingenuous to make him a dark horse. So I've gone for Lando Norris. He's starting in third. It's not as high up as second, but clearly the McLaren isn't as good a car as the other three constructors that they're up against: Ferrari, Mercedes, and the little-known Red Bull outfit that are winning everything in sight at the moment and so far this season. Let's have a quick look at the grid where we're starting off. So it'll be Tsunoda starting in 20th, then Hamilton way back there starting in 19th place. And right beside him then is Sainz. Well, right ahead of him is Sainz. Sainz qualified actually in third yesterday, not in second actually. It was Verstappen qualified in second. So he qualified in third. He had quite a good weekend. He was looking faster than Leclerc for the majority of the sessions. So this will be tough for him to have to go back, especially at the home race for Ferrari. But you know, they took the choice. They needed to do what they needed to do. Then we have Schumacher. He's looked fairly off speed this weekend. He's also another driver that's struggling for a seat next year, so he needs some good results. don't think he's getting it this weekend. Haas has not looked good at this circuit, very much like Spa-Francorchamps. They looked much better last weekend, actually, but no, not this time. Magnussen then will start in 16th. Bottas starts in 15th. Ocon will start in 14th. Then we have Perez starting in 13th. Stroll in 12th. Vettel in 11th. Then we have Latifi or Nicholas Gotifi or Nicky Gotifi or whatever you want to call him. He's starting in 10th place. I think that's fantastic for him. The Williams looks like it has quite a fast car in the straight line this weekend. But he was out-qualified by his teammate, which I think is a bit of an issue for him, considering his teammate has never raced in Formula 1 before. So there, he has tested the car, though. Let's give it that much. And we're, of course, talking about Nick De Vries. Before we get to Nick De Vries, we have Guan Yu Zhou starting in 9th place. Then we have Nick De Vries himself making his Formula 1 debut. He's going to start in 8th. He didn't qualify in 8th. He qualified in 13th, 14th, maybe. He got into Q2 though. It was a very, very good qualifying session for him. Very impressive, I have to say. We know he can do great things. We've seen him win the Formula E World Championship. We've seen him win the Formula 2 Championship. This could be where he makes a name for himself. We could very well see him back in Williams next year. Then we have Max Verstappen starting in 7th. So it's 7th this time, not 14th. That will help. Alonso then starts in 6th. I'd love to see Alonso do very well today. Gasly, previous race winner here as well, of course, starting in 5th place. Then we've Ricciardo starting in 4th. Norris in 3rd. Russell in 2nd. And Leclerc starts on pole position for the Ferrari team. And that sets it up very, very nicely indeed, I believe. Just looking at tyre strategy. So we expect most teams will be starting on the soft tyres, and then they will change around laps 18 to 24 for the hard tyres and go to the end. Anyone starting on the medium tyres will run a little bit longer, and then they will switch over to the hard tyres and run to the end. And there is a possible alternative strategy here where the cars on the soft tyres can try to run a little bit longer into their first stint and then switch over for medium tyres. I don't know if that's the strategy to go for, but you never know. You'd never know. Stranger things have happened. Sean Oak says, I didn't see quality. This lineup is so all over the place. It is, Sean Oak, and it's actually because a number of cars, I think 8 in last count, took engine penalties and different types of penalties to put parts into their cars. So it was Leclerc qualified in 1st place, Verstappen qualified in 2nd, and Sainz qualified in 3rd. Hamilton, I think he was about 5th. So yeah, it was a tricky one. You can see they're all mixed up. Anyway, you're very welcome back to the channel, by the way, Sean Oaks. Good to see you again. The cars are lining up here on the grid, so we're getting ready to go. I love the yellow on the Ferrari this weekend. I absolutely love this. Some people really don't like it, but I think it looks really, really cool. I'd love it if they kept just the Ferrari name on the back wing and had it like that moving forward. But no, I don't know if they're going to do that. Anyway, we're waiting for this race to get going. So they've all lined up on the grid now. And we're waiting. The red lights are coming on. Yeah, green flag is waving. That's 5 lights on. They're off. Here we go. It's a good start for Russell, at least. That looks like a good start for Russell. Leclerc looked like he was a little bit bogged down. Maybe he'll get... Yeah, Leclerc's just pulled in front of Russell at the moment. And Russell is trying to line himself up for the inside into the line. Russell has got it wrong going into that corner. He's had to take evasive action and go over the curb. So not brilliant for Russell. The crowd are cheering big time because Leclerc now is leading the race. Okay, so we have Leclerc followed by Russell. It's one of the McLarens. It's probably Norris that's in 3rd place. It's Ricciardo in 3rd place. So Ricciardo really likes this track. Come on, Daniel Ricciardo. Devaserine asks, can you put the video on? Unfortunately, I can't because I do not have the rights to the World Championship last time I checked. I'd love to, though. I'd love to if I could. Nick De Vries is getting in the action as well. He's in 8th place as it stands at the moment. Okay, Verstappen is up into 4th. He's just gotten past Gasly, so that's a great start there for Verstappen. Great start from Verstappen. So this is the danger. So he needed to be caught behind cars for a little bit longer. But he's look, there he is on the straight. He's right behind Leclerc. You can see him on the straight. Obviously, there's 2 cars in between them. But he's going to make short work of Ricciardo here. You can see he's already got him lined up as they come to the start-finish straight. And yeah, it looks like he's going down the inside. He'll get that move done. No DRS yet, of course. So it's a bit of a drag race here. He'll brake late. Yeah, he gets it done unless he goes deep. He gets it done. He gets it done. Very nice move there from Verstappen. And that's him in 3rd place. 3rd place already for Max Verstappen. Huh. Well, there you go. There you go. Sainz is making moves as well. Perez is in 16th and Sainz is in 15th at the moment. So it's very mixed up. Hamilton has remained in 19th for whatever reason. We're seeing red flares as well from the crowd. Very reminiscent to last weekend at the Dutch Grand Prix where it was all the orange flares. Ah, they've cut away. They're showing us... Oh, Norris had a very slow start. They're showing us a replay of the start again. Norris really got bogged down, actually, and he had both of the Williams he was battling with there. De Vries did very well. He kind of just stayed out of trouble. That was Guan Yu Zhou that decided to take a shortcut. Lewis Hamilton found himself running deep as well into the first corner, and he really had to back out of it. Now, here's the onboard with George Russell. He had a very good start, but the Ferrari was just a little bit straighter in a straight line and was able to eventually pull away. Yeah, he thought about going into the corner against Leclerc. He claims Leclerc pushed him wide. But I can't support that. I'm afraid I wouldn't be supportive of that at all. Let's see if we can activate the team radios again. What's the best way to do this? So I'm going to have to get rid of the music, but it's okay. Team radio is better.
Brake balance +1 click. Brake balance +1.
Brake balance +1. That's team radio for Daniel Ricciardo. On board here with Mick Schumacher. Let's see the start from his perspective. It's 3 wide for cars there. Oh yeah, there's a bit of bumping going on there. So Bottas definitely made contact with somebody. Bottas and a Haas. We don't know which Haas it is. And Lewis Hamilton apparently has run over some of the debris that was left over as a result of that. Fascinating. Okay. Yeah, let's have a look at the leaderboard as it stands at the moment. So we Bottas back in 20th. Mick Schumacher then is in 19th. Hamilton 18th. Tsunoda 17th. Latifi 16th. Perez 15th. Sainz is in 14th. Magnussen is in 13th. Ocon is in 12th. Vettel is in 11th. His teammates gotten past him. He's in 10th. Stroll is in 10th. Guan Yu Zhou is in 9th. De Vries remains in 8th. We've Alonso then in 7th. Norris in 6th. Gasly in 5th. Ricciardo in 4th. Verstappen is in 3rd place. He's 2.2 seconds behind Russell. Then we've Russell in 2nd place. 1.5 seconds behind Leclerc, who leads the race. So we have a race on our hands. Fastest lap just goes to Max Verstappen as we speak. Fastest lap for Max Verstappen. Okay, what did I want to look at? Tires. Let's have a look at tires. Leclerc is on the soft tire. I believe Russell is on the soft tire as well. Verstappen is on the soft tire. Russell has a whole load of mirror full of Max Verstappen at the moment. I'd say that 2.2 seconds must have been 2.2 seconds to the lead, because he's right on the tail of Russell here. So it's confirmed now. It's half a second. It's 0.5 of a second between them. DRS has been enabled as far as I know, so he should have it coming around to the start-finish straight here. So let's see how this works out for him. Fastest lap goes to Leclerc. Fastest lap then goes to Verstappen. So Verstappen is doing very, very well here. Closing on Russell. Yeah, down into the first corner. He's going to get it done. Nice move. Nice move by Verstappen. And next up for Verstappen is Leclerc. And my prediction of Leclerc winning this race is not looking great at the moment. It's looking really bad at the moment. I would temper it and say that much. It's looking really, really bad. We have a Latifi team radio. Let's listen to this.
Okay, the car is good. There is no damage. Let's keep pushing.
All right, no damage for Latifi. He obviously had some kind of contact in the first lap as well, but he's all good. He's all good to go. And now we have a Sergio Perez team radio.
Good, we stay with signs. Follow signs.
Get after Sainz. Okay, Sainz has gotten past Ocon. He's up into 12th place. And that leaves then... it leaves Perez down in 14th place. So Ocon now is separating the Ferrari and the Red Bull. So they need him to get a move on there. We'll keep an eye on that to see if anything happens. Russell has stayed quite close to Max Verstappen here. It must be 0.7 of a second between them. So it's within a second. We'll see if he can do anything with DRS. And here goes Sainz again past Sebastian Vettel. Nice move. And another fastest lap for Max Verstappen. Another fastest lap for Max Verstappen. He's doing well. He's doing very, very well. 2 seconds between Leclerc and Verstappen as it stands. And Sainz gets another move done. And he's gone past Stroll this time. Whoa, Perez. He's trying to move on Ocon. It didn't work out for him. Maybe he can just get it back this time. How's he positioned himself as we come into the next corner? He'll have to do it around the outside. I think he's going to get it done, you know. That's great traction from the Red Bull. He does get it done. Lovely, lovely move. Really, really nice. That's impressive. Impressive. Good stuff. Well, we have quite a race in front of us at the moment because we have 2.2 seconds now between Leclerc and Verstappen. Verstappen is going to try his very best to close him down. Sainz is in 10th now. He's in the points. And he has Guan Yu Zhou and Nick De Vries in front of him. So this is great for the Ferrari driver. Very, very good. Battle for 4th at the moment. So Ricciardo leads Gasly, who leads Norris. Those guys, I think they're on medium tires. Yeah, let's do a run through on the tires. Leclerc, Verstappen, Russell, 1, 2, 3. They're on the soft tires. Then Ricciardo, Gasly, Norris, 4, 5, 6. They're all on the medium tires. And then Alonso in 7th is also on the medium tire. De Vries is on the soft tire in 8th place. Guan Yu Zhou, Carlos Sainz, Stroll, Vettel, Perez are all on the medium tires. We've Ocon then on the soft tires, and then Magnussen, Latifi, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Schumacher and Bottas all on the medium tires. So not too many cars have actually started off on these soft tires. We have George Russell team radio.
Fronts are washing out quite a lot.
He has an issue with his front tires. He has an issue with his front tires. All right. Fascinating, as I say. Where do we need to go from here? Let me see. Oh, there was something I wanted to check there. I can't remember. It'll come back to me. Mick Schumacher now is 0.4 of a second behind Lewis Hamilton. That is a strange one. So Hamilton is clearly caught up in a train of traffic here. He has not made any forward momentum at all, unlike Sainz and Perez. Perez, by the way, is up into 13th now. But Sainz has been he's been a machine. He's up into 10th. Great running from Sainz, and he's now all over the back of Zhou. So he's going to obviously try to get this move done. Ricciardo's going to struggle here because he's the only one in this train of cars now that doesn't have DRS. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars. There's Sainz getting the move done on Zhou into the first corner. He gets it done. Oh, Perez pitted. Perez has pitted. They've put hard tires on him. That's a bit strange. I wonder why they switched his tires at lap 8. That's really weird. Perez, I believe, was on the medium tires to start with as well. There's a lot of smoke coming off that tire. The brake issues, I'd say. Yeah, he says he can see fire coming from the front brake disc. Interesting. Let's just double check the tires. So that's a whole 10 laps before he should be coming in, assuming he was starting on the soft tires. If he was starting on medium, and he did start on the medium as far as I know, there's lap 23 at the earliest he should have been coming in. So definitely some kind of issues there for Red Bull. A lot of smoke still coming out of that brake disc. I think this could be big trouble here for Perez. Big trouble. It was smoking in the pit stop. It's smoking all over the place. I wonder if he can do anything now to cool down these brakes. He's in last place now, but he's the only one that has pitted so far. It looks like we may have a Russell team radio as well to listen to.
So green 9, position 9, green 9, position 9. Perez stop for hard. He's got a brake on fire.
Okay, that's just everything we already knew about Perez stopping. And the brake fire. They've cut away from this, so we don't know how he's faring at the moment, but he's still running. Way behind Mick Schumacher though at the moment. Way behind. It's Bottas actually. It's Bottas who's in 19th place. Hamilton is up into 15th, so he has made some ground finally. We didn't see any of that action, unfortunately. All right, let me know. Who are your predictions? Who's going to win today's race? Is it Leclerc or Verstappen or somebody else? Could we have another amazing result at the Italian Grand Prix that nobody saw coming? Let me know. Also, I'm super curious. Where are you watching from today? I know I ask this a lot, but I'm always fascinated with the locations and time differences and everything else. Here goes Sainz on Alonso. He's got it. He's got the move done. So next up for Sainz now is his good friend Lando Norris. Lando Norris is next up the road. I should look into doing a poll as well. Yeah, maybe I won't do the standard. Who do you think is going to win the race poll? Maybe I'll do the who's going to drive for who next year. That one is fascinating. Now, hang on, let's see. I want to get that off the screen. Good. Okay, Sean Oak says he's watching from Ireland. Yeah. Best country in the world, if you ask me. Best country in the world. You don't need to tell me about the time difference. I have a feeling we're on the same time zone. Now, what's this gap with Verstappen? 1.2 seconds. So he's closing. He's closing. There's a lot of battles going on here in this race. So there's a lot of cars running in close proximity to each other. But as we see so many times, it's this DRS train is becoming an issue. Now, Norris and Sainz, yeah, he tries a late move on Norris and he's got it. He's got it. So that's Sainz now up into 6th place, and he started on the medium tires as well, so he can run a little bit longer. AD is watching from Germany. Germany. I would say hello in German, but I believe it's hallo, so it won't be so different. Guten Tag. Vettel running in 15th at the moment. Smoke. Oh, a lot of smoke coming out of the back of the car. He says he's losing power. Oh, I think the afternoon is going to be over for Vettel here. Let's see if he's able to get that back to the pits, or he's able to pull in somewhere safe. He's dropping down the order at the moment as well. Latifi must be in the pits. Bottas virtual. Oh, virtual. We have a virtual safety car, I'm hearing. Achille is watching from Estonia. Now you're testing my languages. I will not be able to say hello to you in Estonian, but you're very welcome to the channel. Very welcome. We have a very European audience at the moment. But you know, we're on a great time zone to watch this race today. It's not like the Japanese Grand Prix. That's going to be a tough one for me. What time is that on at? 6 a.m. I think. Ooh, 6 a.m. Irish time. So virtual safety car is confirmed here, and that should neutralize the race somewhat. But there's always somebody who seems to capitalize from the virtual safety car. It's just the way it works out with the deltas and your location on the track, I think. Will anybody make a pit stop now? So there's Vettel. He's pulled over. He has pulled over. I think they should be able to clear that car quite fast because it looks like he's picked a good location to stop the car on. But we have the virtual safety car for the time being. Pit stops. Okay, so you can lose 17 seconds under the safety car or virtual safety car in the pit stops. I would have thought you'd make more time under the full safety car, but I'll think about that a little bit later. Ferrari, they're out. They're out on the pit lane. Leclerc team radio. They're asking Leclerc what he thinks about boxing for Plan A. I don't have the team radio yet. If it comes up, I'll play it. But yeah, he's in. He's in. Leclerc is in, and they're going to put the medium tires on him. He says it's going to be tight. That puts it's gone green flag. This has not worked out well for Leclerc. This has not worked out well for him at all. Verstappen leads, by the way. He's out in third, but he's got Daniel Ricciardo for company here. Ooh, he pulls across in front of Ricciardo there. Bit of a slide on there for Leclerc as well. He has to get these tires up to heat. So those are medium tires they put on him. So he's going to be two-stopping. He can't go to the end on medium tires, surely to goodness. Oh, Ferrari, seriously, don't tell me. No, Ferrari. I'm going to actually have to get a graphic for the Ferrari pit strategy and put it up. Turn 1 incident involving Magnussen under investigation, leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Kevin Magnussen, seriously? No, you should not do that. Should not do that at all. We do have a Lewis Hamilton team radio here. There was a little bit of action there where Sainz is just after overtaking Ricciardo. So Sainz now is just 2 seconds behind his teammate. They've just informed Verstappen as well that Leclerc has switched onto the medium tyre. They think the tyres on the Ferrari were in worse shape than the Red Bull. This at the moment, I only see this playing into favour of... Gasly pulls the move on Ricciardo and he can't get it stopped. He runs very, very deep as a result. He stays ahead of Ricciardo though. He's going to have to give back that position. Yeah, he's opened the door. He's let him through. Oh, I hope he didn't flat spot his tyres though. He's on the medium tyres, Gasly. He's on medium tyres. Okay. Here's a replay of that incident. He tries it around the outside. Tries to brake late. No, it's not working. And he just has to take avoiding action and go over the curb. Quite lucky there, actually. He didn't collect Leclerc by the looks of it. No, it would have been Sainz. Still, we don't want to see Sainz go out of the race either. I'm very worried about this strategy that the Ferrari team have implemented here for Charles Leclerc, I have to say. I'm really worried about this. I don't know if this is going to work out well. We're on lap 15 at the moment. Let's just double check again where the tires were supposed to be changed. Yeah, lap 18 onwards, so still a bit early for pit stop. And of course, if you're changing onto the medium, you probably can't go to the end of the race. Now, I was saying we had a Lewis Hamilton team radio earlier. Let's have a listen to this.
These tyres are terrible, mate.
These tyres are terrible, Lewis. Okay, so you're going to put in some fast laps now. George Russell, Team Radio. I have no idea what you just said, George. I'm sorry. You need to get a better radio. No idea. Nobody else pitted. It was only Leclerc that pitted. So this will be the making and breaking of Ferrari today. And I for the life of me can't see how this is going to be that this is going to be a good move. I just don't see it. ET Ranger, welcome back, ET. Tuning in late. Sorry, what happened to Perez? Perez had a front right brake pad or brake disc fire, and he had to pit, and they put him on hard tires. And he was driving around for a long time with a lot of smoke coming out of that brake disc. So as a result of pitting, he's a good bit back, as you can see. He's in 19th place at the moment, which is essentially last place now that Vettel is out of the race. And we haven't had an update. We don't know what's happening. But he's 8 seconds now behind Bottas. 8 seconds behind Bottas, so he's still struggling. He's still in the race, so I thought he was... no pun intended, I thought he was toast when I saw that fire, but still running. It looks like his day is over. Leclerc has just asked the Ferrari team to make sure that the engine is right. There's an issue. They're asking him to do short shifts, and he says he cannot. They need to check that the engine is right.
And do not short shift in corner exits.
I can't, guys. I can't. Make sure the engine is right.
There you go. Trouble for Ferrari. I hope not. 5 seconds now between Leclerc and Sainz by the looks of it as well. Verstappen 6.5 seconds ahead of Russell in second place. Gasly is complaining about Ricciardo driving all over the circuit, so I assume he means that he's weaving under braking a little bit too much for his liking. A little bit too much for his liking. Alrighty. Yeah, Hamilton is complaining about his tires again, apparently. But what's new, Lewis Hamilton? What's new? Now, we have a Guan Yu Zhou team radio as well. Sean Oak says, I can't make out Russell's radio. Grip is poor. Something wrong with the front. Okay. Yes. Well, that's going to happen. He's on soft tires, of course, so I'm sure he's losing grip. But Verstappen is also on soft tires. We're now on lap 18, by the way. So this pit window is open. And we could see either of these two pitting very, very soon. Nick De Vries as well. He's running in 9th. He's doing great considering he started in 8th. He was consistently in 8th. And it's only Sainz that has come through the field really to take a position away from him. Lewis Hamilton, though, is up into 11th. 11th place for Lewis Hamilton. A couple of team radios here. Guan Yu Zhou first.
Some rear slide, man.
The rear tires. Okay. That's fine. And Daniel Ricciardo.
Gasly 0.9. Daniel, what do you think about front wing?
Front wing. Okay, they're asking Daniel if he wants changes to the front wing. Ricciardo at the moment is running in 5th place. So pretty good. Pretty good for Ricciardo. We've Gasly then in 6th and Norris in 7th. And they're all running in relative close proximity. Actually, interestingly, just looking at the driver tracker, you can see that Alonso, De Vries and Zhou are right on them as well. So that's a large train of cars going on there. And towards the back, we have Mick Schumacher, Bottas and Magnussen. And Perez is catching them now. He is catching them. So he must have gotten over those issues that he was having. We're on lap 18. Lap 18. So lap 19 now, actually. We've just gone on to lap 19. So Verstappen and Russell still out in those soft tyres. Of course, we have De Vries and Ocon also out in those soft tyres, so they haven't pitted yet either. Everybody else at the moment is on medium tyres, with the exception of Perez and Latifi, who are both on the hard tyres. Perez and Latifi, they are, you know, they are legends of Formula One. So if they're on hard tyres, that's the correct choice to make. There is there is no correlation with the fact that they're both running at the back of the race. Now, this is interesting. Gasly is pitting, so is he going to try and undercut the McLarens? This is a big issue now for McLaren. They need to watch this. He's onto the hard tyres, so this is textbook for Gasly. Pitting lap 19, changing from well, it's not textbook because he was on the medium tyres. If he was on soft tyres, it would be textbook. But it is interesting. He should be able to go to the end of the race. We have a black and white flag for De Vries. Track limits. Also, Kevin Magnussen has received a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits or gaining an advantage at the start of the race. Tut, Kevin. You should not do that. Oh, there's Hugh Grant. Which garage is Hugh Grant in? Don't know. No idea. Maybe the Red Bull? He's in the Ferrari garage. Thank you, Sky Sports, for confirming that. Now, Latifi is in 19th. We're on board with De Vries. Why are we on board with De Vries? He's not hugely close to Alonso. He's got good straight line speed though. So let's see if he can... Oh, he's pitting. Ricciardo's pitted as well. This is a very, very important stop for Daniel Ricciardo. Dare I say it, his career depends on this stop. It probably doesn't, but if they screw it up and he ends up behind all these cars, there goes a potentially very good result for Ricciardo. And he's had a tough time getting good results this season. And that was... Ocon came in for his pits as well. So Ocon has pitted, but no sign of Verstappen or Russell pitting yet. De Vries, of course, was the other car on the soft tyres. He's pitted. Let's see how all of this plays out now. We have Latifi running in 19th, Tsunoda 18th, Stroll 17th, Ocon 16th, Zhou 15th, De Vries 14th, Gasly 13th. Ricciardo is in 12th. He's ahead of Gasly. Gasly is going to be so peed off with this. He's going to be so annoyed about this, but it hasn't worked out for Gasly doing this undercut technique. Now, Ricciardo will have very cold tyres. It's 0.4 of a second between them. It's really tight. I wish they'd show us a little bit of this action. At the moment, we're looking at Ocon and Stroll battling. Red Bull have just tweeted, started 7th, currently 1st. Munzi Talks asks, Verstappen won't lose this, will he? Yeah, he probably won't lose this. I was secretly hoping that Verstappen would be caught behind a few cars for a little bit longer than he was, but he made his way through the field very, very fast. And Ferrari, being Ferrari, have come up with a really weird pit strategy for Leclerc. Now, Leclerc does have the fastest lap, but I don't see this working out in favour of Ferrari as it stands at the moment. Now we're on board with Gasly versus Ricciardo. They're very close here. They're running very close. We have a team radio for Ricciardo as well. Let's listen to this.
I mean, I've been real limited mostly. The front's not having the easiest time, but I'm all real limited, so I'll come down just a little bit.
Not sure what he was talking about there. If the times are coming down a little bit, but obviously if the fuel load is getting lighter, the times are going to come down. Munzi says, it's annoying. My team Ferrari messed it up again. I was actually just saying earlier, I need to create a graphic to put on the screen every time Ferrari screw it up. I don't know. We need something very catchy to call that. But yeah, It seems like Ferrari have struck again. It seems like it. Munzie, are you free tomorrow 7:30 to come on my F1 show? I'm not sure. I need to check. I unfortunately do have a day job as well. Unfortunately. Yeah. Let me check what I'm up to tomorrow, and I can message you about that. Team radio for Mick Schumacher.
Last lap.
Yes.
Go ahead. 27.6, 1.2 behind.
I was just saying that my tires start to slowly take off a bit.
You're going to make one, Munzie. Yeah, well, it needs a team tune almost, doesn't it? It needs a team tune to go with it, but something really dramatic. I feel like the emoji with a face palm just probably doesn't do it anymore. Now, it remains to be seen if the strategy that they've given to Leclerc is going to work out, but I don't see it. The fact that the some woman yawning in the background there is Pierre Gasly. Did Gasly get past Ricardo? No, not yet. Oh, it was Perez's father. I wonder if that nice looking lady is related to Perez, but she's very bored. Very, very bored. Let's have a look here. Verstappen. 10 seconds now. 10 seconds is the gap to Russell. And he hasn't pitted yet. He'll be entering the range where he can potentially go on to the medium tires to the end of the race. And if that happens, then well and truly done for. Am I on Twitter? I am on Twitter. Let me tell you what the handle is. It'll be a winning Formula 7 potentially. I'm just going to confirm that. It's at winning Formula 7. At winning Formula 7, and I can probably put that into the chat. Get in there. Alonso thinks he maybe has a problem. Oh, and they've just told him everything is okay on their side, and he is very surprised about that. Very, very surprised. Poor Fernando. Yeah, of course, as soon as I try to open the chat, it's not working. Hang on. Yeah. At winning Formula 7. There we go. Now, what else is happening here? Oh, Perez is up into 8th. So this very early pit stop has seemingly worked out for him now. He's up into 8th. And Mr. Hamilton is in 7th place. And Hamilton hasn't pitted yet either. So this is the point in the race now where things do start to get incredibly interesting, because all the alternative strategies start to play out. Yes, you could get a follow back. You got it. YouTube channel. We talk about things: football, NFL, NBA, Formula 1, boxing, and wrestling. That sounds like my type of channel, I have to say. I'm a madman for the sport, that's for sure. Speaking of sport, did anybody see the UFC last night? My goodness, what a fight that was. Yeah, back to Formula 1. We have quite a good race on our hands here as well. I have Lando Norris team radio. Let's hear what they have to say.
Yeah, just a little bit of this here now. It should be fine.
Love your setup, mate. Thank you, Munzie. And I will, after this race, I'm going to check out your setup. So there you go. There you go. Alonso now is 0.7 of a second ahead of Hamilton. Oh, Alonso loves nothing more than stopping Hamilton getting past him. So that's going to be good. Magnussen is in. I was about to say he has an issue, but no, they're obviously stopping him for 5 seconds. And off he goes. Off he goes. 8.4 seconds. So that was a 3.4 second stop then. In the end. Now it's Verstappen has pitted, and somehow magically, Russell has also pitted, by the way. He put on the hard tires. Somehow magically, this means that Charles Leclerc is back in the lead of the race. He is. Thanks, Munzi, for subscribing. I'll get you back after this. I'll get you back. So Leclerc leads now. Unfortunately, though, this Ferrari definitely will need to stop again. Oh, sorry. Vettel is not leading the race. Apologies for that. Not as good as my... Yeah, don't worry about that, Munzi. It just takes a little bit of time. It takes a little bit of time. When I first started out the YouTube channel, I felt like it was going nowhere. I'm still, it's still not huge by any means. Not big at all, but... it takes a little bit of persistence. I'm still not convinced the old algorithm is the most fair thing in the world, but it is what it is. Right, so Leclerc is the race leader. Let me just confirm that. There we go. I couldn't get a picture of Leclerc in his yellow suit to put up. That would have been good. But no point, because they won't have it at the next race. It'd be just a waste of my time. Perez Team Radio.
We've had our first lap deleted for track limits, turn 7.
Tut, Sergio, stop going over the track limits. Alright, I really want to have a look at the leaderboard, and actually I want to have a look at tyres as well. Magnussen is running in 19th at the moment. He has pitted. Yes, he has pitted. Then we have Stroll in 18th. He's on the hard tyres. He's pitted as well. Latifi 17th, hard tyres. He's also pitted. Tsunoda is on the hard tyres in 16th. He's also pitted. Ocon has pitted once as well. He's on hard tyres. He's in 15th. Zhou is in 14th on hard tyres, and he has pitted. Then we have De Vries in 13th. De Vries has made his pit stop. He started on the soft tyres, but he's now on the medium tyres. So he's doing something very similar to the Ferraris here, although he has pitted much sooner, much later, I should say, than the Ferrari. That'll be an interesting one to keep an eye on. He may be able to go to the end of the race. Gasly is in 12th. He has pitted for the hard tyres. Ricciardo is in 11th, and he is pitted for the hard tyres. Bottas is in 10th. He's on medium. He has not pitted yet. And Mick Schumacher is in 9th. He has also not pitted, and he's on the medium tyres. Then we have Perez, who has pitted once, but very early in the race because of this brake disc fire that he had. He's on the hard tyres. He's in 8th at the moment. Alonso then is in 7th on medium tyres. Hamilton is in 6th on medium tyres. And Norris is in 5th on the medium tyres. And all three of those guys have not pitted yet. Look, I'm really intrigued to see where Norris will come out when he pits. Will he be ahead of Ricciardo or behind Ricciardo? That's the big question. Russell then is in 4th. He's pitted. He's on the hard tyres. He, of course, was on the soft tyres to start the race with. Sainz is in 3rd. He hasn't pitted yet. He's on the medium tyres. Great racing from Sainz to make his way up from the back of the grid. Verstappen is in 2nd. He's pitted. He's on the medium tyres. And he went 25 laps on the soft tyres before pitting. And then by comparison, we have Leclerc, who's also on the medium tyres. He's leading the race, obviously, and he pitted with 12 laps gone on his soft tyres. So by the end of the race, if Leclerc doesn't pit, Verstappen's tyres are going to be 13 laps newer than those of Leclerc's, and this is going to spell really big issues now for Leclerc. I think this is going to be a bit of a problemo. No. Right. What else is going on track? I'm just having a look at the tracker at the moment. Gasly, De Vries, and Ricciardo are all running very close to each other. Not running in that order. It's Ricciardo ahead of Gasly, ahead of De Vries, and that is 11th, 12th, 13th. Now, the gap between Leclerc and Verstappen, it's not showing up on my screen at the moment. Let's see if I can find it. Not seeing it yet. Actually, let me just get my timing onto the other screen because that's the easiest way for me to do this. It's 8 seconds. No, it was 10 seconds actually when Verstappen pitted, so he is catching Leclerc, and Verstappen has the fastest lap as well. We have a Lance Stroll team radio. This should be good.
Okay, Lance, that's a better lap. Similar pace to Magnussen, quicker than Magnussen this lap.
Oh yeah, great.
He seems happy. Vettel, not Vettel, sorry, his teammate Stroll is running faster than Max at the moment, is he? I have to verify that. That can't be true. Max is running 125.1 and Stroll's last lap was a 127.6. Guys, I don't know what you're smoking over in the Aston Martin garage, but you're not on Verstappen's time. Maybe they meant somebody else. Maybe they meant Magnussen. Maybe they meant Magnussen, not Max. And if that's the case, yeah, Magnussen has just put in a faster lap than you as well. So, ooh, embarrassing. Not a lot of team radios coming up at all today. Seems like everybody's got everything under control. This is a lovely on board here with Max Verstappen. He's chasing Leclerc. They say in this is the Amazon graphics that they put up on the TV screen. They say within 10 laps he'll be in striking distance. Yeah, okay, so that'll be lap 40 of 53. Oh, Leclerc, gosh. Put him onto the soft tires around lap 37 and let him go hell for leather until the end of the race. That would be good. I would pay money to see that. I think that's the only thing Ferrari can do now, because Verstappen is going to catch him. Another fastest lap for Verstappen. He is going to catch him and he is going to make him pay. Or as Liam Neeson would say, I will find you and I will make you pay or kill you. He's not going to kill him, hopefully. Let's move away from that very, very fast. Carlos Sainz is in the pits. Finally, here he comes. Where's he going to play back out now when he makes his stop? Just having a look. Norris has gone past him. Hamilton is coming. Hamilton hasn't stopped yet, and Alonso's coming. He also hasn't stopped. Perez has stopped, so that could be a little bit of trouble for him. But Perez must be on a very different strategy because he stopped so early. And it's just behind Perez he comes out. So that puts Sainz in 8th place. 8th place. Not too bad. Not too bad considering where he started, though. We've got to be fair on that. To be fair. So Hamilton has not stopped yet. Alonso, Hamilton, and Norris. Those are... No, they're not the only ones. Schumacher and Bottas also haven't stopped yet. Here's a replay of the Ferrari pit stop. And they put the soft tires on that Ferrari. Soft tires. I think that's okay, actually. I think that's okay. We're on lap... What lap are we on? We're on lap 32. Let's see. Lap 32. Soft tires to the end. Yeah, we don't really have a read on that one. That's a little bit of a strange one. I want to go back and have a look at this tire setup that they've done for Sainz. Sainz started on medium tires. He did 30 laps on the medium tires and they've switched him over to the soft tires. And so they expect him to do 22 laps on the soft tires. We've seen Russell and Verstappen ran 23 and 25 laps respectively on their soft tyres at the start of the race and with a much heavier fuel load. So actually it could work. It could work out for Sainz. I'm not convinced he's going to have a ton of speed at the end. Oh, Alonso's out of the race. Alonso is out of the race. He's just pulled into the pit and jumped out of the car, so they did have issues with his car. He was asking them earlier on the team radio if there were issues with the car, and they said, no, everything looks fine from our side. And his response was, wow. So he clearly could feel that there was something wrong with the car, and it looks like he was completely right. Completely right. There you go. There you go. Team radio for Lewis Hamilton.
So see what you've done with diff high speed, so that's good. You also have EB if you want to use it.
Okay, some engine setting or car setting that they have there on the Mercedes. That makes total sense. We wouldn't know what it is because it's strategic. But Hamilton doing very well at the moment. He's running in 5th and he still hasn't pitted. Now we've seen what's happened to Alonso though, but I don't think that's in any way linked to Alonso running long in this race on the tires. I think it's just a general car issue that has unfortunately cropped up. That's not great though. I was hoping that Alonso would have a good race. It's Sainz has caught Perez. He got the move done. Lovely. Yes. Down the inside. He's true. It's not overly unexpected. Sainz is running on the soft tires and Perez is on the hard tires. He's been on the hard tires for quite a long time. That actually will be one. Oh, Hamilton is in. Hamilton's in the pits. Leclerc's in the pits. Leclerc's in the pits and he's on the soft tires. Now. Action stations. Action stations. Here we go. It's all happening now. Let me get Leclerc off the screen. He's not leading anymore. It's Supermax. Supermax is leading the race. Where did Hamilton come back out? I'm not sure. To put it politely, I'm not sure where he's come out because he isn't out yet. He's still coming down the pit lane by the looks of it. Who was it I was looking for here? I wanted to have a look at their tires. It was Perez. Perez has been on his hard tires for 26 laps, so that explains Sainz had no problem at all getting past him. Makes sense, I guess. And Hamilton is back out in 12th place. He's behind Zhou, but he's on the soft tires now. So Hamilton is going to go fast here. Points finish 100% on the cards for him. Ricciardo is running 8th. I'd be worried about Ricciardo a little bit. He's on the hard tires, but he still has Gasly within a second of him. But Gasly just hasn't been able to get that move done whatsoever. Just not working out for him at all. Now, Verstappen, 20 seconds, 19.6 to be exact, ahead of Leclerc in 2nd place. So here we go, Leclerc. It's hammer time, or whatever the equivalent of that is for Charles Leclerc. It's Leclerc time. Yeah, let's get him. Let's see what you could do. This would be, let's see, lap 35 of 53. So it means there's 18 laps left. This would be phenomenal to make 20 seconds and overtake Max Verstappen before the end of the race. Actually, it almost seems impossible, to be honest with you. But let's keep an eye on those lap times and see what he can do. It would be amazing for the home fans if this happened. Absolutely amazing. They have to try. They have to try, I suppose. But I've got to say, I think by going with the irregular pit stop strategy, Hamilton gets past Zhou into the first corner. Nicely done. Slam dunk, though, with those tires. But that pit strategy that Ferrari have employed for Leclerc under the virtual safety car earlier in the race, big mistake. I think it was a big mistake. It hasn't worked well. Norris hasn't pitted yet. Norris still in 4th place. Oh, box for Norris. We just see it on the come up on the screen right now. Let's listen to Mick Schumacher Team Radio again.
Okay, mode T4 and we're on plan B. I plan to take off a little bit for that. For that tire will be more limited.
Okay. Schumacher is running in 17th at the moment ahead of his teammate, but of course his teammate had a 5-second penalty. Here's Norris now into the pits. Let's stick with this before we listen to the Lewis Hamilton Team Radio. Alright, he stopped nicely there. There's a delay. Oh, what was going on there? 5.1 seconds. Yeah, it looks slow. It looks slow. Where's he going to come out now relative to Ricciardo? Let me have a look at the tracker. Oh, here comes Ricciardo. Oh, he might get out in front of his teammate. He's just out in front of Ricciardo. Ricciardo's going to get him. Ricciardo's gone through. And Gasly's going to... Oh, tire to tire with Gasly here. Gasly keeps the spot. Gasly keeps the spot for now. But I'm sure Norris is... Oh, on board with Hamilton. He's overtaking two cars at the same time. It's Norris and Gasly. He's gotten past Norris and Gasly, so he has Ricciardo next up. Yeah, Norris is on the soft tyres. Norris is going to catch his teammate and overtake him here. This is going to be very, very easy for him, I dare say. ERS failure is why Vettel is out of the race. Let's listen to this Lewis Hamilton Team Radio. It might be a little bit old now.
We're going to have 19 laps remaining. The soft tyre, best tyre out there.
Good. Good. All right. 19 laps remaining. They're saying it's less than that now at this stage. And they're saying the soft tyre is the best tyre. So what happened here for Norris? He's in the box. I couldn't see from that camera angle what went wrong. It was clearly something at the rear that was the issue. Here's a different camera angle now. Maybe we'll see what happened. Rear left, probably. They couldn't get it on. And Hamilton, DRS wide open. He gets past Daniel Ricciardo on the start-finish straight. And now Ricciardo is going to have a mirror full of his teammate coming up. And I think that'll be a really easy move actually for Norris when he catches Ricciardo, and I'm sure the team will be on the radio saying you have to let him through as well. And then Ricciardo has Gasly and De Vries to contend with. So De Vries is running in 10th at the moment. He's in the points. I would love for him to get some points. He's a very good driver. And I think this points finish could solidify his place in Formula 1 next season. Most likely with Williams, I would guess. And it's really bad news for Ricciardo, because I just don't see where Ricciardo is going to go next season. Really, really bad news. I know there was a lot of crazy... Oh, there's Norris. Yeah, past his teammate. No arguing. Through he goes. Yeah. Didn't work out for him. Here's Carlos Sainz Team Radio.
Place to focus, turn 5 apex, and Russell lap time 25.9.
Okay, just a general update for him there. Now I need to have a look at the times. 19.3 seconds between Verstappen and Leclerc. So Verstappen, Leclerc is not catching Verstappen dramatically. So that's that, I think. This is going to be a Verstappen win. Unless something goes wrong in the last 15 laps. But Leclerc ain't going to catch him. Verstappen is now coming up to lap Latifi by the looks of it. Yeah, he's just gotten past Schumacher, so it's Latifi next. Oh, controversial, Sean Oak. You're absolutely right. So yeah, Albon is on 4 points, I think, at the moment. But if De Vries gets a point here, he's going to be ahead of Latifi by 1 point in the championship, having raced substantially fewer races. And that could be that. It'll be Latifi out the door and De Vries in the door next season. Probably not this season, next season. Although money does talk in Formula 1, so I'll just leave that there without getting into the debate. But Ricciardo, Ricardo, I don't know where Ricardo goes. Things have gotten a little bit more complicated, I think, in the driver market because, okay, let's make some broad assumptions here. De Vries scores a point, at least a point, for Williams here. Now, he's under big pressure from Guan Yu Zhou, though. He's trying to move. No, he won't get it done there. I think De Vries needs to try and get past Gasly, to be honest, so that he's a little bit safer. Lewis Hamilton team radio. Okay, let's listen to the Lewis Hamilton team radio before I start getting into this.
A busy couple of laps there, Lewis, but really nice work.
Okay. Good man, Lewis. Keep up the good work. He's running in 6th at the moment. But the driver market has become a little bit more complicated. So, yeah, making very broad assumptions here. But if De Vries, if this weekend is impressive enough for Williams to say, yeah, we need to have you in the car next year, that's a Williams seat potentially gone. I don't believe we have confirmation on Alfa Romeo yet, who will be driving for them next year. I think Bottas probably signed a 2-year contract, so he's more than likely in there. Whether or not Zhou will stay remains to be seen. So there's a potential seat there with that team. And then, of course, we have the very interesting situation with AlphaTauri. So Gasly could be going to Alpine to replace Alonso, but Red Bull have always said that they would only allow that move to do if they get Colton Herta into the other AlphaTauri, or into his AlphaTauri. Okay, I'm not telling this very well. But Herta doesn't have the super license. He doesn't have enough points for the super license. And it looks like the FIA probably won't give him special dispensation to get the super license. So that move could be off, which could mean that Red Bull say, no, Gasly, you need to stay where you are. Stay where you are, Gasly. You're staying with us. Sorry about that, Gasly. We're never going to put you in the Red Bull team, but you're staying in AlphaTauri because you're by far our strongest driver in the AlphaTauri. Which would be a tough, a bitter pill for him to take. And then that leaves, it leaves the Alpine seat. And that's the only possibility for Ricciardo at the moment, I think. Or else Ricciardo takes a year out and becomes a test driver for somebody and does a good job or a good drive as well. Very important on the test drive. We've Schumacher versus Latifi here. Schumacher has DRS wide open. This is for 14th. No, he's not getting the move done yet. So good racing here from Latifi. He's not doing anything crazy like moving all over the track. He knows he's got good straight line speed, and he's just going. Actually, nice placement in the center of the circuit there, just in case Schumacher thought about a move into the last corner here. But this will be it though. Coming around, he'll have a bit of a slipstream. He'll have DRS coming down the start-finish straight. Can Schumacher get this move done? I predict he can. Well, he's not catching him. He's not catching him that fast. A nice placement of Latifi into the first corner as well. Oh, Schumacher dives down the inside. No, don't do that. He's going to have to go around the outside now. Wow, somehow he got that done. That looked like a crash. It looked like it was definitely going to be a crash, but he somehow got that done. Latifi, though, is fighting back here. And Latifi gets him. Haha, Latifi is back in front of Schumacher. Oh, after that really dodge move from Schumacher, Latifi gets him back. And that's why Latifi... Oh, Schumacher goes for it again. Down the inside. Yeah, he's got the move. He's got it. He's got him. So Schumacher now is back in front. Now, let's see if Latifi can fire back here. Yeah, here's a replay now of that move into the first corner. Very, very late braking. Oh, Schumacher just got it stopped before he goes into the side of Latifi. And then he tries to take him around the outside. He got the move done around the outside. But Latifi got him back. He did, indeed. He got him back. And Schumacher had to pull another move. Now, Latifi has trouble from Bottas by the looks of it. What's going on here? Where's my overview gone? There it is. What are you at, guys? What are you at? I swear to goodness, this Formula 1 website, you know, I'm just trying to borrow some of your text and you keep moving it on me. It's not cool. Bottas gets the move done. He's past Latifi, so Latifi now lost 2 positions. And he's 15 seconds ahead of Magnussen, though, so he won't be finishing in last place, assuming Magnussen actually finishes the race here. He won't get it done. Norris might be able to catch Hamilton here. Red Bull are going to make a pit stop. I think this is probably for Perez. Surely to goodness it's not a pit stop for... yeah, it's Perez. It just would make no sense at all. Leclerc does have the fastest lap, and that's the only thing that was sticking in my mind there. That was very fast. Very fast. What's the clock on this one? 2.1 seconds. I knew, yeah, it looked very, very fast. So nice. Nice pit stop there. Perez drops down. Norris is up 1 position. Can Ricciardo move up 1? No, Ricciardo is too far away. And Perez is going to have the soft tire. So Perez, lap 43, 10 laps to go out of the 53 lap race. This is danger now. This is the danger zone for Norris and Sainz, who are also on the soft tires. Sainz is 12 seconds behind Russell. Oh, this could be a solid 3rd place here for Russell. I'm going to need to double check that though, because I'm just not convinced sometimes that it's not the gap from the front. No, it is. It's correct. He's Sainz is 40 seconds off the lead, and he's 12 seconds behind George Russell at the moment. So, well, 4th is a very good result for Sainz considering where he started. Almost can't remember where he started at this stage. Where did he start? Where did he start? Show me the grid. Sainz started in 18th. Yeah, that's good. Formula 1 have opened their driver of the day poll. Let's see if I can do a driver of the day poll on YouTube. Apologies if you're watching us on Twitch or on Facebook. This won't come up, but I'm going to attempt a poll here. Driver of the day. For this channel, who do we need to look at for driver of the day? There's the big question. Verstappen, yeah, started in 8th. He's a legit possibility for this. A tweet from Mercedes. Carlos is gaining on George. 9 laps to go. This could be close. Really? It's 10 seconds at the moment. 9 laps to go. He's 1 second a lap. Just under 1 second a lap faster. It will be tight, but... oh, there's Sylvester Stallone. Let's never mention Sylvester Stallone's racing movie. The IndyCar movie. Awful stuff. It'll be very, very tight. If he had a few more laps, he might catch him. But I can't imagine Sainz will get that close. 9.8 seconds. Yeah, it's interesting. We'll keep an eye on it. Speaking of Sainz, I'm going to add him to the list of options for driver of the day. And we have got to put Russell on the list for driver of the day. And I'm going to put other. And you'll notice by all of that I have not included Leclerc on driver of the day. I'm not feeling it. It's not necessarily his fault. It's more down to the Ferrari team and their questionable pit strategy that they have implemented for this one. But yeah, I'm not going to include him on that. He started in 1st. He's currently running in 2nd. He does have the fastest lap, but he's 17.5 seconds behind Verstappen. Oh, speaking of Verstappen, here's a team radio for Verstappen.
Okay, so blue flags for Joe and De Vries. They care because they are racing.
Blue flags. Williams just tweeted, "Keep fighting" at Nick De Vries. Yeah, do please keep fighting. Cristiano says hi. Well, hello, Cristiano. Welcome to the channel. Just for a split second, I thought that said Cristiano Ronaldo. But you're very welcome. Very welcome. Now, let me get back here and have a look at the standings. Rightio. So Stroll, Alonso, and Vettel are all out of the race. What happened to Stroll? I didn't notice him go out of the race, but yeah, he's out. He's out. That's a shame. Okay, well, 17th in last place then we have Magnussen. 16th we have Latifi. 15th we have Bottas. 14th is Tsunoda. 13th Schumacher. 12th Ocon. 11th Zhou. 10th De Vries. Hopefully he can hold on here. He's putting Gasly under pressure just right now on the screen. In 9th is Gasly. In 8th is Ricciardo. 7th Perez. 6th is Norris. 5th is Hamilton. 4th is Sainz. 3rd is Russell. 2nd is Leclerc. And in first place, it's the one and only Max Verstappen. Of course, of course. Max Verstappen. We're on lap 47 and 53, so we have about 6.5 laps to go here. Fastest lap is still with Leclerc. We have a yellow flag in sector 2. Everything okay? Oh, seriously, it's Ricciardo. This is going to be a safety car, I'd say. He's half on the racetrack. He's half off the racetrack. He didn't manage to pull in the car here. Fastest lap for Perez. ET Ranger. Perez for driver of the day. He was running in last place after the brake problems. He certainly was running in last place. He was. It's been an impressive race for Perez. So he's running in 7th. Sainz, though, he started in 18th. He did start in 18th, and he made quick work of all those cars. I'd put him slightly ahead. Actually, you know what? Still a yellow flag. Are they not? They're surely going to do a safety car here. Has to be a safety car, surely. Russell has pitted. Safety car. Safety car. Oh, it better not be a Mercedes safety car. That would look seriously dodge. They had the inside intel. I think it's actually an Aston Martin safety car. Ferrari are pitting somebody. It's Sainz. Sainz has pitted. Oh, this is brilliant. You got to love these late safety cars. It really puts the cats amongst the pigeons. It looks like they'll get Hamilton in, and McLaren, well, it's not going to be Ricciardo. Oh, I'm so disappointed Ricciardo's out of the race. Verstappen's going to pit.
Can we make a free stop?
Yes.
There, you heard it. That's the pit radio. Free stop. That's what they think in Red Bull. They're going to do it. Okay. Oh my God. Ferrari were just on the radio as well, and I thought they were going to tell Leclerc to stay out, but they said to stop. So that puts Leclerc on soft tires, and it puts Verstappen on fresh soft tires, and they're all going to race to the end after the safety car goes in. Now we are on lap 49, so not too much left. Sorry, I was responding to ET Ranger's comment there. Now I just wanted to look at the starting grid again. So with Perez started in 13th. Yeah, he had the issue. He fell back to the back, and now he's made his way up into 6th place with the fastest lap at the moment. That's a good differentiator. And Sainz started in 18th and is currently running in 4th. He doesn't have the fastest lap though. Fine margins here, fine margins. So yeah, I'm probably should wait until the end of the race, but at the moment I'm leaning a little bit towards Sainz as driver of the day. Very good case for Perez. I completely agree with you on that one. Verstappen, he's just, we haven't seen much of Verstappen. He's been so good. He's been leading the race. I guess, theoretically he's right up there for driver of the day as well. Now the top 10, let's have a look at the top 10. Zhou is in 10th, and De Vries is in 9th now because of course Ricciardo is out. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be moving Ricardo's car anytime soon. They're still working on it. And they haven't even attached the crane or anything. So are we running to the end of the race behind the safety car? Oh, I hope not. I hope not. What an anticlimax that would be. So where was I? De Vries now is in 9th. Gasly is in 8th. Norris is in 7th. Perez is in 6th. Hamilton's in 5th. Sainz 4th. Russell 3rd. Leclerc 2nd. And Verstappen in 1st. And if we do get racing, I don't think Leclerc is going to take Verstappen. He might try, but I don't know he has the speed to legitimately pull that one off. And Sainz, though, Sainz should be able to get past Russell. Even if they're both on the soft tires, I would have thought that Ferrari is quicker than the Mercedes at this circuit. So that's the one I'd be watching. So maybe a top 3 finish for Sainz, and that would definitely make him my driver of the day. Definitely. Guan Yu Zhou, Team Radio, or Zhou Guan Yu, whatever way you're supposed to say that.
I need to know the tire situation.
He needs to know the tire situation. I don't have direct access to you, but I can tell you the tire situation. The tire situation is that he's running on hard tires. Oh, they didn't pit him. Okay, they left him out there. Yeah, they've left most of those guys out there from 8 backwards. Gasly onwards. It's just Norris, Perez, Hamilton, Sainz, Russell, Leclerc, and Verstappen are the main ones that pitted again for fresh soft tires. Hoping that we're getting some kind of battle before the end here, but I don't think they've moved that car of Ricardo's yet. If you notice that the tracker, there's nothing on the tracker, the race tracker at the moment, that usually happens during safety car. So let's not panic. It will hopefully come back soon. Soon. Nope, that car has not gone anywhere at all. It's still there. Are we finishing behind the safety car? Lap 50 now. Lap 51 actually. They've just gone over the start finish. Lap 51 and Ricardo's car is still on the track. So that's not looking good for us getting this race restarted. Okay, they've just gotten the forklift loader, whatever you call that thing, crane out onto the track now, and they will lift away Ricardo's car. We might actually just get a 1-lap shootout here at the end. Now, they're lifting that away slowly but surely, and now around comes the safety car. That's an Aston Martin safety car, by the way. I was just speculating earlier that Mercedes had gotten a little bit of inside information and knew when to pit George Russell, but that's definitely not the case. That was more in jest than anything else. De Vries is the only car on medium tires at the moment. He's letting the lapped cars through at the moment, is he? Everybody's going past though. Ah, yes, just letting all the lapped cars through. Huh. Okay, team radio for De Vries here.
Am I in the correct mode now?
A-firm, yeah, correct. So there is an issue on the safety car allowing cars through.
Okay, so they've confirmed there is an issue in a safety car. George Russell, yeah, there's something very strange going on here. They're saying George Russell is running third in the race, but he's just gone past the safety car. And that's one of the Alfa Romeos with Max Verstappen. They've really screwed up something here. So I think this race is done. I don't know what happened there. What are Formula One saying about this? It's the penultimate lap now, and they are running out of time to finish this one under racing conditions. The teams seem to be in agreement and are standing around looking pretty casual at the moment. The Red Bull boys are smiling, as well they might be. Yes, as well they might be. This will be one of the easier wins for them. Not that they didn't have a lot of work to do up to this point, but it'll be a pretty sedate finish to the race. That's a shame. I was looking forward to the battle between Sainz and Russell, but there's no chance of that battle happening because this is a real mess, whatever they've done with the cars here. Okay, well, if it does finish like this, Zhou will have 1 point. De Vries then will have 2 points. He finishes in 9th. Then Gasly will finish in 8th. Norris will be 7th. Perez will be 6th. Hamilton will be in 5th place. And speaking about driver of the day, Hamilton is up 14 places from his starting position as well. He started just behind Carlos Sainz. And Sainz will finish in 4th, up 14 positions as well from the start. Russell then 3rd. Solid George Russell. I tell you what, he's putting in the good results, isn't he? The car isn't quite there. Leclerc in 2nd and Verstappen in 1st. And they've just told Leclerc that they're going to finish the race behind the safety car. He's not happy about that. But here we come around now to start lap 53 and the final lap. And yeah, I think that's going to be that. Yeah, we're going to have a finish behind the safety car. That's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate end to this race. I'm very disappointed. I would have loved to seen a bit of a run going on here. But safety car is ending. They've just told us. Well, I guess that means because it's the last lap, it's ending. No, there won't be any additional racing. Yeah. I'm just looking at some commentary online here where they're saying that this should have been a red flag. A lot of hate for Ricardo for causing this. Yeah, I blame Massey. Massey is the problem. No, he's not here anymore. We can't blame Massey anymore. He's gone. He's gone. Yeah, hesitant to say it, but I think Ferrari have made the wrong decision on the earlier virtual safety car for Leclerc. Not convinced, even if they had gone with a standard pit, that they would have won this from Verstappen. Verstappen just got a very good start and he made his way through the field very, very quickly, much quicker than I had anticipated actually at the start. But yeah. There will be still question marks there over that Ferrari strategy. They seemed absolutely fine for Sainz. They didn't do anything weird or unusual, and they didn't delay putting on any tires or anything like that, so that was okay in that regard. Safety car has just rolled in. They're coming around now to finish the race. Checkered flag, and yeah, that's it. It's a bit of an innocuous finish there, but it's done. Breaking news: Verstappen wins the Italian Grand Prix. What I particularly love about these breaking news banners is that I literally just need to change the name of the race and I get to use the same one from the last race because it's always Verstappen. Verstappen is always winning at the moment, but he's doing really, really well. Let's not take away from that. It was it a good race? Was it a good race? It was a fairly good race. It's a fairly good race. I need to end the poll here. Let's end this poll and see where we stand on this. I'll go just click end poll. I'll give you the results now in a second. Now, this, of course, is not the official driver of the day. This is the winning Formula driver of the day. Russell gets 0% of the vote. Poor old George. Poor George. I thought he put in a good shift today, but anyway. Alpine. Ocon finished in 11th and Fernando did not finish. So bad day at the office for them. 14% of the vote for other. Then we know definitely ET Ranger has pointed out a very good call there with Perez as a potential driver of the day. He finished in 6th with the fastest lap. So that's a really good finish for Perez. Sainz on 42% and Verstappen on 42%. We have a draw. Verstappen or Sainz for driver of the day according to this. So, you know, I'm going to wait and see who the Formula 1 driver of the day is. That is going to be the most interesting one of all. Let's listen to the Max Verstappen team radio. This should be good.
You deserve the win today. Well done.
Very lovely, mate. Great race that again. And you won your home Grand Prix.
Well done, Max. That's you deserve that victory. It's a shame it didn't get going at the end there, but you know, you were the fastest car all weekend. So well done, mate.
Yeah, we nailed that. Great job, guys. We had a great race car.
They did have a good race car. Fastest car of the whole weekend. Not convinced about that. Sainz looked pretty good at parts as well, but yeah, very, very good result for Red Bull yet again. Driver of the day. It's been confirmed. The Formula 1 driver of the day is Nick De Vries with 24% of the vote. There you go. I didn't even think of poor old Nick. He started in 8th and finished in 9th. Not exactly criteria for driver of the day for me. But he did very well. Look, it was his first ever race in Formula 1 and he finishes in the points. Started in the points, finishes in the points. Brilliant. Not driver of the day still, but brilliant. We won't deprive him of this though. We have seen that vote can get skewed on occasions. Rightio. So before I leave, let's have a look at the championship standings. And in order to do that, I was working on this from last week. Let's see if I can share my screen. Yeah, you can see that. So on the right hand side, it's called As It Stands. That is the driver standings right now. So you can see that Verstappen gets an additional 25 points and that puts him on 335 points. Leclerc gets 18 points, so he actually loses out a bit more to Verstappen yet again. That puts him on 219 points, so that's a big gap now between them. Big gap. That's yeah, I'm not even going to try and calculate that at the moment, but it's over 100 points. It's verging on 120 points. Not quite there, but it's verging on it. It's 116 actually. Perez then, he gets 9 points. He's up to 210. So he's only 9 points at the moment behind Leclerc as well. So yeah, you can see the Nick De Vries team radio has come up. Let's have a listen to that.
There you go, boyo. P9.
Wow. Thank you very much. This has been incredible. Points on debut. Thank you.
Great job.
Great job, Nick. Fantastic. You so much deserve it.
Thank you, Jost. Thank you. Much appreciated. My shoulders are dead.
Okay, but that was a cool message. Yeah, making his claim for a place on the team, or any team, I guess, for that case. Russell is in 4th on 203 points. Wow, Russell is in the running here for 2nd in the championship as it stands at the moment. Consistency, it just helps so much in this. Sainz is on 187 points. He's on the fight back, I suppose, but he's not quite there. We have Hamilton then in 6th on 168 points. He gets 10 points today, of course, so that helps his cause. Russell got 15 points. Yeah, so Norris then in 7th on 88 points. Ocon 8th on 66 points. Alonso in 9th on 59 points. No points for either of those guys today. Bottas is in 10th. He also got no points today. He has 46 points in total. Then we've Gasly in 11th. So he's moved up 3 positions by the looks of it. He's on 22 points. Magnussen then is also on 22 points. Vettel is on 20 points. Ricciardo is on 19 points. I'll come back to that in a second because I want to see what's the gap between himself and his teammate. It's huge though. Schumacher is on 12 points. Schumacher is 10 points behind his teammate. And we have Tsunoda then on 11 points. Zhou on 6 points. Stroll on 5 points. And that's weird. Latifi on 0 points, and that puts him, I don't know what they've done here. So he's in 21st place. But Latifi is the only driver now that doesn't have any points whatsoever. So let's get that much straight. Nick De Vries has 1 point. Of course, Albon has 2 points. And we are also missing another driver there, I think. Who are we missing? Let's have a look at the constructors, though. Red Bull, 511 points. Ferrari, 376 points. Big gap. Mercedes, 346 points. Mercedes catching Ferrari here. This could be really bad for Ferrari. Alpine then in 4th on 125. McLaren in 5th on 101. Alfa Romeo in 6th on 51 points. Haas in 7th on 34 points. We have AlphaTauri then in 8th on 29 points. 25 points for Aston Martin in 9th. And Williams have 4 points. So they have just added 25% of their points today, courtesy of Nick De Vries. Really, really well done by Nick De Vries. Coming back to drivers for a second, I did say I wanted to check Norris versus Ricciardo. So Norris has 88 points and Ricciardo has 19 points. So that is 69 points difference between them. Ooh, 69. That's bad. That's really, really bad for Ricciardo. And this isn't going to do him any favors whatsoever. It's really, really bad, unfortunately. But there you have it. They're just interviewing the drivers at the moment. The quote, you might have seen it a second ago when it was on the screen. So the quote from Leclerc is, "The end was frustrating. Unfortunately, we were second, but overall, I give it my all. I wish I could have won it in front of this amazing Tifosi. Today, I'm not extremely happy with the race because we finished P2. It just wasn't enough." And he's right, it wasn't enough. Verstappen said, "We had a great race. We were the quickest on every compound. Overall, we had a really good day. It was enjoyable to drive through, even though it was hot out there. Finally, get to go on a great podium like this." Oh, Verstappen, yeah, that's right. He hasn't had the best look at the Italian Grand Prix, so this is a good one for him. Hopefully, the crowd don't jeer him, boo him, or jeer him, or whatever. I hope they give him the credit he deserves for this. So it's a good result for him. And then George Russell, the final quote for today. Then, "It doesn't matter if we are fast or slow. We keep getting these podiums. We had to do something different to Charles and Max, but they were just too quick for us today." He's doing great though. Russell is doing really, really well this season. I think Hamilton has a decision on his hands. Is he going to stick around or is he going to retire? That's the question. It's the very, very big question. I'm going to sign off soon, but before I do, don't forget to like the channel, subscribe to like the video. Let me get this right. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to be notified of future videos, hit the bell icon as well. And we'll see you in the future. So I think it might be 3 weeks off now until the next race. The next one is going to be Singapore, maybe. I could be wrong. I'll need to double check that. And it'll probably be on maybe an hour earlier than today's race, if it is Singapore. As I said, I need to double check that, but keep an eye on the channel, and we'll of course put up the thumbnail and set up the video in advance of that. That shot looks amazing. The shot of the crowd there, it looks absolutely amazing. That's brilliant. That's really, really good. This is a fantastic circuit to have the podium celebrations on. Okay, with that, thank you very much everybody that joined us today. Really good having your company. Thanks for all the comments, likes, everything else like that. And I'll speak to you really, really soon for the next race.